With the unabashed success of the Minecraft movie, studios are rushing headfirst to try and figure out how do we emulate this and get these people to keep coming back and keep having these amazing successes for movies that are utterly shit. Because the Minecraft movie is unabashed cow shit. It is an absolutely horrendous, terrible movie. Nobody should be watching it, and yet for some reason, everybody is going and seeing it, and people are trying to figure out why. And funny enough, it doesn't seem like anyone has an answer that's actually particularly accurate. With speculation being that it's just because it has a massive IP behind it, or speculating that kids are just going because it's what they grew up playing. Some speculations like that, and all of them I think are completely false. Though I don't really know if I have a handle on the reason why it did do well either. So before going further, like, subscribe, and let's get into this. Coming from bounding into the comics, as Hollywood remains confused by success of Minecraft, director offers simple explanation for film's box office explosion. And don't worry, Hollywood, you're not the only one who's really confused about the success. While the vast majority of Hollywood pundits, analysts, and executives are currently working themselves into a frenzy in the hopes of understanding the explosive success of a Minecraft movie, director Jared Hess has believed that the answer is far more simple than they realize. Fans just really like the IP. Now, while that is an offer, I think it is an incorrect one. I don't believe that the IP is the sole reason Minecraft is doing well, because we have had a lot of popular IP things doing poorly. Look at Devil May Cry, that show is floundering. Look at Tomb Raider, we have a bunch of these IP-driven franchises that don't do well. So IP cannot be the full answer. Having climbed its way into theaters on April 4th, the Jack Black and Jason Momoa-led video game adaptation thus far pulled more than $172 million at the domestic box office and $150 million internationally for a combined worldwide total of $320 million. In doing so, taking home the records for best start for a video game movie and the best Saturday performance in the history of Warner Bros. The fact that a Minecraft movie is the biggest hit that Warner Bros. Has ever had on a Saturday opening is kind of baffling. I wonder if that award is simply not accounting for things like inflation. And in one of the most stark displays of industry audience disconnect seen in the recent memory, the breakout performance of the live-action Minecraft outing has left many in Hollywood scrambling to find an explanation for why this movie, even with the widespread acknowledgement that it is less than great, was able to shame such other big youth-friendly releases as Mufasa: The Lion King, a box of $35.4 million domestic in its opening weekend, Captain America: Brave New World with $88.8 million in its opening weekend, and Snow White with $87.3. For example, in her analysis, Variety's Rebecca Rubin sought the insight of various Hollywood analysts and consultants, eventually walking away with a list of 5 factors that were allegedly responsible for Minecraft movie's popularity. All audience appeal, marketing tie-ins galore, pent-up demand, and video game boom and social media supernova of discussion. I think only one of those really plays much of a role into it, and that is the social media supernova. The fact that social media was constantly talking about this movie and in a ridiculed or positive light. Whereas the marketing for things like Captain African American and Snow Brown were all negative, all painting it as something that's terrible, with Snow Brown especially shooting itself in the foot with its marketing, and Mufasa having absolutely no social media buzz about it whatsoever, the Minecraft movie had a lot of social media buzz about it because everybody knew it was going to be unabashedly trash. And I think that's part of the reason the movie is so successful. I think the way that people are looking at it is the Minecraft movie is effectively a Spaceballs-style Minecraft movie. And we kind of all went into it knowing that it was going to be bad, and so we should enjoy its badness instead of enjoying it for trying to be accurate to the source material. But also, in doing so, despite the way they handle things, they are still incredibly respectful of the source material that they are parodying. While the Minecraft movie does break the lore of Minecraft, albeit the very little lore that Minecraft actually has, it doesn't do so in a way to insult the original IP or try to improve the IP. It's doing so in a way that's like, yeah, we've got Minecraft and we're kind of using it, kind of inspired by it, but we're going to do our own thing. It is ultimately relatively respectful of the original, and the scenes of the Minecraft movie I've seen, I actually did kind of enjoy them. Like the end credits scene with the woman and the villager getting married, I thought that scene was actually kind of funny. Likewise, though we did acknowledge Hollywood's near universal miss regarding the Minecraft predictions, Deadline's Anthony D'Alessandro attributed large parts of the film's box office to pull to social media influencers and a myriad of marketing stunts, namely a Happy Meal promotion with McDonald's. The last one is absolutely idiotic. You're going to claim that the movie succeeded because of a marketing deal with Happy Meals? My brother in Christ, every single major box office release gets a Happy Meal tie-in. Brave New World, Captain African American, had a Happy Meal tie-in, albeit a few months before the movie came out, because Disney kept having to go in for more reshoots. That had nothing to do, that fed absolutely nothing into the success of the movie. Otherwise, every single movie to ever have a McDonald's tie-in would be massively successful. It's also not so much social media influencers, and this is the issue. These analysts don't understand where media is right now, and they really don't understand Zoomers, and that's the biggest problem. Zoomers don't give two shakes of a rat's ass about 90% of influencers. Beauty influencers, makeup influencers, all these people, the people who get marketing deals, we don't give two shakes of a rat's ass about them. Yes, we do enjoy social media, we do enjoy influencers, but not because they influence, but because we find them funny or whatever. The people who are enjoying this stuff are looking at it not because an influencer told us to watch it, but because we saw the memes. We saw the internet culture, the internet making fun of it. We engaged in the zeitgeist, and therefore we ourselves became a part of the meme by going to it. They think it's all about influencers, but they don't know what an influencer is. When they hear influencer, they're thinking of people who nobody listens to. And the people who actually have influence over Gen Zers aren't influencers, they're just regular guys playing games, watching things, making memes, making jokes. They aren't influencing culture deliberately, they're just experiencing culture, and in doing so, their audience then creates more. I mean, let's look at some of the major influencers involved in Minecraft, like Dream. Dream is labeled an influencer because he creates content for social media. In reality, he's a content creator, not an influencer. He doesn't influence behavior. He doesn't influence marketing trends deliberately, but just him doing things will cause influence despite him not doing it deliberately. It's not about influencers, it's about content creators and online personalities that we like, not for what they influence, but what they create. And that's the real issue here, and it's the same problem with them blaming the IP. They don't understand what Gen Zers like. They think Gen Zers only care about IP. They think Gen Zers are influenced. They think all of this stuff, and we are not those things. If you made a really shitty, disingenuous and insulting Minecraft movie, it would have not been received well at all. But the fact that the Minecraft movie is not making fun of Minecraft, but making fun of itself as in making fun of the Minecraft movie, that opens up the audience to be more receptive to it. The fact that we have a history with Minecraft isn't because of influencing. We don't like Minecraft because of influencers. We like Minecraft because it's a simple, fun game to play, and because there were a lot of content creators who we identified with not because of their influence or what they did, but because of their personalities and how they played the game that tied us to Minecraft for a long time. And I'm going to be honest, I think the Minecraft movie succeeding was an accident. I don't even think Warner Bros. Thought the movie was going to do well. They kind of just accidentally stumbled over a golden goose egg. I mean, here's the thing. The inclusion of Technoblade alone probably had boosted the sales of this movie by a significant margin because it shows respect for the meme culture around Minecraft. Now, according to Hess, these rationalizations ignore the real core of the film's box office domination, which is that its fan base is not only absolutely massive, but also constantly chomping at the bit for more ways to enjoy the game. Asked during a recent interview with Deadline's Mike Fleming Jr. if he could put your finger on a few reasons this film resonated, the director began, "It's one of those things. There was an immense audience that was so passionate about the game and for whom Minecraft was such a key part of their childhood, adolescence, just something that they loved," said Hess. "The game itself is so creative, but it's also ridiculous and really funny and absurd in so many ways. That was so much of the appeal to me adapting it. It was like, how can you just do a ridiculously fun and funny adventure movie in this world? All of those goofy, dorky things we just really tried to celebrate and we were super conscious of while making it." And that's why this movie succeeded. Honestly, it's because they knew that they were a part of the joke. They weren't trying to tell a joke, they weren't trying to shame the joke, and they weren't trying to hide from it. They knew that they were making a bad adaptation. They knew that there's almost no way to do a really good adaptation of Minecraft. They knew what they were doing, and so they just went headfirst into it. They simply embraced the meme instead of running away from it like most people would. When you're working with Jack Black and Jason Momoa and Daniel Brooks and Jennifer Coolidge and the whole cast, it was like we just spent a ton of time coming up with what really was funny to us. And the Napoleon Dynamite director continued, I think one of the things that people are responding to is how dead serious the characters are taking this ridiculous world. Jack is playing everything with so much passion, and when we're shooting, it'd be like, you know what, Jack, let's put a little more mustard on that. And he just takes everything to an 11 all the time. That absurd seriousness it was about such a ridiculous world is part of the vitality of the comedy. I think that is what people are celebrating. Closing out this part of their conversation with a personal anecdote, Hess told Fleming Jr., literally right before you called, my nephew lives in New York. He's in high school, and he went twice over the weekend with friends. He literally FaceTimed me from his classroom, and he was like, Uncle Jared, hey dude, I've got some friends here. They got a question. And I said in Jack's voice, water bucket release, and dude, that whole classroom just exploded. Then I said chicken jockey, and it went bananas again, he further detailed. Once the marketing over the last couple of months really started to kick into gear, and people just really zeroed in on funny quotes in the materials that resonated. It just took the life of its own, but you can never anticipate that. And he's right, you can't anticipate it. And the reason why water bucket release and chicken jockey and the nether and flint and steel and all of these quotes are becoming memes are because people are memeing them. A meme is a repeating idea, and that's the whole backbone of the Minecraft movie. It's what is resonating, weirdly enough, with Gen Zers, and it's being done in a funny way. If these movies really want to nail down marketing in the Gen Z audience, what they need to do is they need to appeal to our tiny little boxes that we carry everywhere. They need to appeal to Instagram. They need to appeal to X. They need to appeal to YouTube poops. And I specifically said YouTube poops, which is a subsect of YouTube creation in which they just ridicule things to extreme degrees. Unfortunately, Skibbity Toilet is the modern age YouTube poop, which is shit, by the way. It's terrible, especially in terms of YouTube poop, but it is still a YouTube poop making fun of things, and that is what people enjoy. They like the jokes. They like things being made fun of. And most importantly, they need the content to be in on the joke. That's why this resonates so well. It's because Minecraft was making fun of itself. And if they really want to nail down what made this movie so successful, is because they knew they were going to